पहले हम एक प्रॉब्लम रिलेटेड विद ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स हम देखेंगे। पहली बात है हाउ टू नो mass of a body. If I give you a stone piece, irregular stone piece, how will you determine its mass? Answer the question. मैंने आपको एक स्टोन पीस दे दिया और कहा कि इसका मास बताइए। आप कैसे उसका मास डिटरमाइन करोगे? यस यू? यस। मैं आपको एक स्टोन पीस दे रहा हूं। Stone piece. Determine its mass. How can you? Yes. How will you determine the mass of that stone piece? Chocolate girl?
Volume into density का
by what method you will determine the mass of the given stone? Just you put down the stone piece on one arm, on right arm, and keep here a known weight. From your weight box, a known weight is kept here on the left arm, and you try to balance both. It is known if it is 200 gram, the mass of a given stone piece is 200 gram. Physical balance is a powerful tool to measure mass of given substance. Either it may be liquid or it may be solid. You can determine mass by physical balance. If the known weight is 200 gram, its mass is also 200 gram. Now the question is, how are they balancing? Earth's attraction on this known weight is 200 G, and also the Earth's attraction on this stone piece is also 200 G. mg, and this distance from the center is same as is the distant right arm. Both arms from center are at equidistant. इस बैलेंस को हम बीम बैलेंस कहते हैं, क्योंकि एक बीम के सहारे दोनों वेट हैंग करते हैं और फ्रॉम द सेंटर बोथ आर्म्स आर ऑफ सेम लेंथ, so both are balancing. Again, I repeat the question. If you are given another solid piece, how will you determine its mass? Your answer will be by beam balance with respect to known weights. Known weights are there in your weight box. वेट बॉक्स से आप डिफरेंट वेट यहाँ रखेंगे टू बैलेंस द स्टोन पीस एंड यू विल डिटरमाइन द गिवन मास. How will you determine the mass of a given piece?
Balance beam.
By a physical balance, by a beam balance or by a physical balance, you can determine the mass of given body. Suppose if we transfer this beam balance to such a space where suppose the same beam balance is transferred in sky at such a place where G is 0. There is no any gravitational field or there is no any force of gravitation on any object. If you put a stone piece on right arm and you put a very large mass here about 100 kg, it will balance. If you change your weight and you keep here only a piece nut, both will again balance. इस बैलेंस को हम ऐसी जगह ले जाएं जहां पर किसी प्लैनेट का कोई ग्रेविटेशनल फील्ड नहीं है इन द स्काई. A huge mass, 100 kg weight, 100 kg mass can be balanced by 1 kg only. 1 kg mass will balance to another 100 kg mass. So, the place where gravitational field is 0, this beam balance will not work. And you cannot measure, you cannot determine the mass of a given stone piece, because it may get balanced by any other mass. Even if you put here an elephant, if you put here an elephant and here an ant, both will balance. Ant is smiling Aunt is smiling. How? Why? Because aunt is balancing the weight of elephant. But this will happen where? On the place where gravitational field is zero. So, the force of gravitation acting upon both masses is zero. Because G is zero. But if a mass is balanced by a weight and you transfer this beam balance on other planets or satellites as moon, it will remain balanced. Though the value of G on moon will be G by 6 in comparison to Earth. But both are not weightless. Both have some weight, but equal weight. The weight of a body gets decreased on moon. If a body has weight of 600 Newton on Earth, it will weight on moon only 100 Newton. On moon, weight gets changed with the change of gravitational acceleration. But this is the special case where gravitational field is zero. Any mass can be balanced by any other mass. So at that place you cannot determine the mass of a given object by beam balance. At the place where beam balance cannot determine given mass, how will you do to determine the mass? You will study in another classes. Now the topic is beyond your scope. क्या मैंने बताया? किसी बॉडी का वेट चेंज हो जाता है ग्रेविटेशनल फील्ड जी को चेंज होने से, और beam balance does not work at the place where G is zero. Beyond gravitational field, this beam balance does not work. तो अभी आपने देखा कि किसी गिवन स्टोन पीस और अदर ऑब्जेक्ट का मास कैसे डिसाइड करोगे? बाय बीम बैलेंस ऑन अर्थ एनीवेयर you can decide, you can determine the mass of an object with physical balance, beam balance. Now, to determine mass of given object, we use physical balance or chemical balance. Physical balance or chemical balance or beam balance. But only beam balance will not determine the mass. You will have to use known weights. Weight box is needful to determine mass of a given object. Physical balance and weight box Both are needful. Now, how to measure volume? How to measure volume of volume of given object? How to measure volume of a given object? Suppose here is a stone piece. Stone piece. Can you answer? No. Can you answer how to measure volume of a given stone piece? Yes, can you answer? How?
Length into breadth into height.
Your answer should be by measuring cylinder. By measuring cylinder, you can determine volume of a given solid piece. How? How you determine? Suppose this is a measuring cylinder. It is graduated. $50 cc, 100 cc, 150 cc, 200 cc, 250 cc, 300 cc, 350 cc. These graduations are already present in measuring cylinder. If a cylinder is not graduated, this cylinder is not graduated, so this is not a measuring cylinder. A cylinder which is graduated like this is measuring cylinder. Now, how can you measure? The problem is how to measure volume of given object. At first, pour down some water in measuring cylinder. At first, pour down some water in measuring cylinder so as given object can be immersed totally into the water level. If you pour down very small water, it cannot be totally immersed. So, by your mental estimation, you will have pour down, suppose 150 ml. This was the initial level. This is initial level of poured water. Now, dip into it your given stone piece. Given stone piece, you dip here. What will happen? When stone piece will dip into water, the water level will go up to a new level. Suppose water reaches up to 250 cc. This is your final level of water. And you can note it from graduation of the cylinder. So, volume V of given stone piece is 250 final minus initial. That is 250 cc minus 150 cc. That is 100 cc. In this way, you can measure volume of a given solid. Now there is a need to convert this unit into cubic meter. Sometimes, for simple calculations, we also use unit of volume as cc. But in MKS system, the volume of the unit of volume is cubic meter. You write down here like this: 100 centimeter cube. cc can be written as this, or 100 centimeter power 3. But centimeter will be meter by 100 cube. 100 meter cube by 100 into 100 into 100, because here is cube. Now cancel here. 10 to the power minus 4 cubic meter. Hundred cc volume is equivalent to 10 to the power minus 4 cubic meter. Suppose you are given a spherical ball of iron. How will you measure its volume? By measuring cylinder. pour down some water in measuring cylinder and dip the given iron ball in this. It will displace some water. The difference is noted, and that is volume of given ball. But how to measure volume of wooden ball? If this is a wooden ball, and if you will put this wooden ball in water, it will float. It cannot be immersed in water. So in that case, you cannot determine volume of floating ball because its total volume will not go in water. So for floating bodies, you cannot determine volume of floating objects by measuring cylinder. You will have to change liquid. Suppose density of wood is 0.8 and a liquid has density 0.75. You will not use water here. You will use another liquid having less density in comparison to wood. In this liquid, that can be immersed, and you can decide volume of that also. But always, to determine volume of a body, we do not use measuring cylinder. Suppose here is a very big stone piece. Suppose we have a big stone piece in cuboid form. This is of regular shape. A stone piece from side of a road is irregular piece. A small stone piece collected from roadside is of irregular shape. But this big stone piece is of regular shape. In case, if it is of regular shape, measure its length. Suppose this is 3 meters. You can use measuring tape to measure its length. Also, its breadth. Suppose this is 80 centimeter. And this one is 1 meter. Its thickness is 1 meter. You can determine its volume by multiplying length multiplied by breadth multiplied by its height. 3 meter 0.80 meter into 1 meter, that is 2.4 meter cube. You can measure volume. To measure volume of regular shapes, you can use measuring tape or a vernier caliper or a screw gauge or some other instruments, and by their usual formula you can decide volume without measuring cylinder. Now, to uplift this heavy stone piece is not very easy, and to measure its volume by measuring cylinder, you will need very big measuring cylinder, which is inconvenient. So by conveniently you can decide its volume by measuring tape and using this formula. Now about density of the material. About density of the material. How to decide density of a material? Density is a ratio of mass to its volume. You can write small d is equal to mass by volume, or mass of object is equal to volume of object multiplied by density of its material. Now what is very notable thing, density is a specific property of the material. This is very notable point. Note, density is a specific property of material. Take it into your notion. आप उस पर विचारशील होंगे तब वो आप समझ पाएंगे, यदि विचारशील नहीं होंगे आप समझ नहीं पाएंगे. Material and density. Water, density is 10⁻³ kg per meter cube, or you can write 1 gram per cc. Density of iron is 7.8 into 10⁻³ kg per meter cube, or 7.8 gram प्रति cc. Mercury, (13.6 into 10⁻³ kg per meter cube, or 13.6 gram प्रति cc. Gold, 19.2 into 10⁻³ kg per meter cube, or 19.2 gram प्रति cc. Different materials, be careful, different materials have their specific density. Material is water, its density is always 1 gram per cc. Iron is another material. Since material has got changed, so its density has got changed. Again, material is mercury now. Again, its density is rather different from iron. Gold, density is a specific property. What is meaning of it? Either you have a tiny drop of dew, ओस की छोटी बूंद है, जल की छोटी बूंद है, इसकी डेंसिटी भी वही होगी 1 ग्राम पर cc. या बड़ी बूंद हो, जल की बड़ी बूंद हो, इसकी डेंसिटी भी वही होगी. डेंसिटी डज नॉट डिपेंड अपॉन mass of the material. Neither density depends upon the volume of the material. Density is a specific property of the material. जल चाहे थोड़ा हो या ज़्यादा, यदि यहाँ वाटर है तो इसकी डेंसिटी यही लिखी जाएगी. यदि हमने ज़्यादा जल ले लिया, फ्लोइंग इन रिवर, यहाँ भी वाटर है, इस वाटर की डेंसिटी भी यही लिखी जाएगी. डेंसिटी इज स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द मटेरियल. जैसे मिठास, स्वीटनेस इज द स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ शुगर. चीनी की स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी है मिठास. चीनी मुंह में डालेंगे मीठा लगेगी, चाहे आप मुंह में डालिए, चाहे वो डालिए, चाहे वो किसी के मुंह में डालिए, चीनी डालिए तो उसको मीठा लगेगी. अब मरचा तीता लगेगा. तो मिर्चे की स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी है तीता होना, चाहे वह थोड़ा मिर्चा हो या बोरा का बोरा मिर्चा हो, चाहे एक दाना चीनी हो मीठी लगेगी, चाहे एक बोरा चीनी हो मीठी लगेगी। तो मिठास क्या हुआ? चीनी की स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी हुई। तीतापन मिर्चे का स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी हुई। ठीक है। कुछ लोगों की स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी है झूठ बोलना, उनकी स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी, वो झूठ बोलबा ही करेगा, मान नहीं सकते। और टीचर की स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी है इस पर सही लिखना, मरबा नहीं करेगा, इस पर सही लिख ही देगा, या झूठ बोल ही नहीं सकता। ठीक। हाँ, अभी मैंने बताया कि चाहे लोहे का एक छोटा पीस हो, चाहे लोहे का छोटा नट बोल्ट हो, चाहे वह बहुत बड़ा लोहे का पीस हो, डेंसिटी वही होगी, उसके साइज, मास और वॉल्यूम पर डिपेंड नहीं करेगा। इसी तरह मरकरी की डेंसिटी यही होगी, चाहे मरकरी की छोटी बूंद हो या मरकरी बहुत ज़्यादा हो। गोल्ड ये होगा। क्या अभी आपने पढ़ा? डेंसिटी इज स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ मटेरियल, उस मटेरियल का वो गुण है। टीचर का गुण है पढ़ाना, मन भाई नहीं करेगा, पढ़ाएगा। डॉक्टर का गुण है दवाई करना, दवाई करेगा। ठीक। म्यूजिशियन का गुण है सारेगामा धनी करना, करेगा। ठीक। तो स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी का क्या मतलब हुआ? इस पर गंभीर होकर चिंतन करना पड़ता है। अभी आपको थोड़े में मैंने बताया कि इस दुनिया में करोड़ों प्रकार के पदार्थ हैं, लेकिन सबकी डेंसिटी अलग अलग होती है। Now, how to measure density of a stone? First, take a piece of stone. Suppose here, be cautious. Suppose we have a stone piece of same quality as is the quality of this given cubite. Quality of stone of this cubite is same as is a stone piece is taken. We are to decide the density of the stone. So first, take a piece of a stone. Secondly, weigh it by balance. Let mass is 300 ग्राम। एक स्टोन पीस लेंगे और फिजिकल बैलेंस से उसका मास हम डिसाइड करेंगे, डिटरमाइन करेंगे। सेकेंडली, मेजर इट्स वॉल्यूम बाय मेजरिंग सिलेंडर। By measuring cylinder, its volume is 100 cc. Suppose now the density has been determined by the formula, use formula d m by v. M is 300 gram divided by 100 cc, that is density of the given stone is 3 gram prati cc. Now what is the use of it? You can think, to weigh this cuboid by a physical balance is a difficult job because it has huge mass. So it cannot be easily put on the pans of physical balance, and we will need a large number of weights to balance it. So it is quite uneasier to weigh by physical balance. But mass of this we can get easily. Mass of this piece, large piece, we can determine. How? By the formula m is equal to v into d. M is equal to v into d. V is 2.4 into 10 to the power 6 cc. 1 meter cube is equivalent to 10 to the power 6 cc. So volume is this